Today's Talk About It Tuesday question is: there's a lot of information on social media touting the tools of the rich that we're missing out on. How do we know what's useful and what's not? Ooh, you have no idea how much joy this question brings to me because almost every day somebody is forwarding me something from Reels, TikTok, YouTube, and asking me, is this real? Is this necessary? Do I need to do this? And let me put your curiosity to rest. 99.9% of all the stuff that people have ever sent me that are supposedly these little known secret tools of the rich are totally a waste of your time and totally unnecessary. First of all, let's just understand this. First of all, they're just tools. They're not tools of the rich. But do wealthy people use certain tools? Yes, but they're only appropriate tools when you're wealthy. They're not tools that will make you wealthy. They're usually tools that protect and preserve wealth. So if you don't have it, there's no need to implement that tools. That's probably why you've never heard of it before. But I'm going to go back. I'm going to go through the trail of trash that has been on social media for the last decade. Let's see if you recognize this trash, and let's see when you discovered that it was no good and went away. All right, so let's go back, and you're going to show your age if you remember this one. You need a Nevada corporation. That's the secret tool of the rich. What happened to Nevada corporations? They came and went because who cares if you have a Nevada corporation? If you want to be incorporated, you incorporate in the state that you're in. There's no real benefit to having a Nevada corporation. They used to say, oh, they don't disclose the shareholders' information in a lawsuit. Who cares? It's about liability protection. So that came and went. And when that came and went, they said, oh, you need a Delaware corporation. That's the real secret of the rich. Yeah, okay, same issue. Delaware corporations came and went. Then what they say, oh no, the real secret is you need an LLC because nobody had heard of LLCs because they only been around since the 90s. So you thought it was some new super tool. An LLC is just a business formation similar to a corporation, except it's kind of a hybrid between a corporation and a partnership. Who cares? No secret there. Then they said, no, no, no. The secret is you're using it wrong. You need to buy your real estate in an LLC. No, it's extremely difficult to do. No, you might buy real estate and then transfer the deed to an LLC for liability protection, but it's not going to get you real estate because you have an LLC. Then they said, no, no, no. The secret is you've been trying to do stuff with your social security number and you really need an EIN number. EIN number is just like a social security number for a business entity. No secret there. Then let's see, after the EIN, oh, you need whole life insurance because you can borrow against it. No, life insurance is just a death benefit. No secret there. If you borrow against it, it's not there if you die, so your family doesn't get the benefit. Then they said, no, no, no. The problem is you need indexed universal whole life insurance. Okay, so they're going to take extra money from you, put a little bit in an index fund, keep skim off the top, and then give you the rest when you could just buy an index fund and get term life insurance. No, rich people don't do that either. No secret there. And then the latest thing that you keep hearing on social media, you need to get a trust and you need to put everything in the trust. See, that's the secret. But no, a trust is a vehicle that you put things into so that you can transfer benefit wealth to somebody else. Most people are perfectly fine just having a will if it's about transferring it upon death. Um, no real secret. There's like, oh, you avoid probate. So what? Most things, if you have a will, unless the will is contested, your wishes are carried out. So no big secret with the trust, just extra expense and no great benefit. Unless again you're trying to hide something, you're trying to slide to somebody, then no big deal. Those things will not make you rich. They are not secret tools that the rich have been holding out on you about that gave them wealth. So if you've heard it on social media, probably trash. So the question, part of the question is, how do you know, right? So you have to look at who's delivering the information. and what their agenda is. So, who is this person who's delivering this secret to you that you've never heard of that's going to make you rich? And what is their background and what is their history? So, how long have they been doing financial consulting and are they rich? And look at their background, right? So, if it's somebody you've never heard of and they're new to the game and they just discovered this thing, trash, right? And then you have to look at what the agenda is. Are they trying to sell you the very service that they said was the secret that you didn't know about? You need to put things in a trust. Call me and I'll help you. Then they're just trying to sell you something. Same thing with the life insurance. Oh, you need index universal whole life. I bet you that person is an insurance salesperson, right? So you got to know the source of the information and what the agenda is of the person who is feeding you the information. And if they're trying to sell you something, and again, if they don't have a solid background with solid information, a history of diverse, solid information, then come on, it's not real and it's not a secret. And if you keep hearing it over and over, it's just people picking up the same trash and regurgitating it. They don't know what they're talking about. I can listen to the videos and I can tell you by the way they use the language, they don't know what they're talking about. You might not know, financial jargon yet, but I can promise you, I listen to it. I'm like, oh, they don't even know what they're talking about. They're using it all wrong, wrong context. Everything is wrong. They don't really understand this thing. But again, look at the source, look at the agenda, and that will pretty much tell you. So I love that question. And I'd love to hear some of the things that you've heard on social media. Please put it in the comments. Because we know those things, but I'm sure there's new things popping up. Put it in the comments. Let's expose them. But please like, share, subscribe, keep the questions coming, and I'll see you next Tuesday.